more question because I have been called to the Senate floor and submit the rest for the record. But this one, too, is one that I referred to in my opening statement and is extremely important to the state of Maine. Maine is the most heavily dependent of any state in the nation on home heating oil. And when you see the spikes in oil prices that we've seen this year and the cutbacks in the low-income heating assistance program, it is causing tremendous hardship for so many of our families in Maine. It's also very difficult because Maine has the oldest housing stock in the nation, and thus there are a lot of homes that are poorly insulated and that would benefit from weatherization projects, and that's something we ought to invest more in as well. The large swings in oil have caused many of our residents to look to alternatives, and the wood pellet boiler industry is growing rapidly in Maine, and it has the potential to help out these families, to allow them to convert from oil, but also to create thousands of new jobs in our state. Wood pellet manufacturing, boiler technology, and pellet delivery systems have progressed dramatically since the days when you had to scoop pellets from small bags into a small stove every couple of hours. Now, the industry has developed boilers that don't even require any human intervention during the day. There are automatic feeds of pellets. And HUD has been slow to consider wood pellet boiler systems as an acceptable conventional primary heating source. The reason this is important is for purposes of qualifying for FHA programs, you have to have a conventional primary heating source. I wondered if you could tell me if HUD is looking at including these new wood pellet boilers as a conventional heating source, which would help more families in Maine have the confidence that they could convert to wood without losing their eligibility for FHA and other federal housing programs.
Senator, first of all, let me thank you for raising this issue and putting it on our radar screen, so to speak, at HUD. And just as we talked about with your BlackBerry a moment ago, I think we can all recognize there are moments where the federal government and government in general can be a little bit behind the cutting edge in terms of new technologies. And I'm happy to report not just that we're looking at this, but just yesterday we updated our frequently asked questions on our website to tell all of our lenders that wood pellet stoves are an acceptable heating system for homes under our insurance programs. As long as they meet the qualifications that any heating system has to meet, it's an acceptable technology. We're in the process of updating our handbooks to reflect exactly that. So not only are we considering it, but we've actually considered it and made the decision that you were absolutely right and that we should include these in our programs. So thank you for bringing it to our attention.
Well, that's absolutely great news. And again, I thank you so much for your willingness to look at that. The technology has changed so dramatically, and that's going to be great news to a lot of homeowners in Maine. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'll be coming to borrow your BlackBerry later.
Anytime.
Thank you very much, Senator Collins. Mr. Secretary.